Pinay domestic helper na ginawang alipin sa Amerika sa loob ng 6 na dekada. Sinasalamin ng dokumentaryo ang hinagpis ni Nanay Fedelina Lugasan na ilang taong pinagmalupitan at hindi rinasahod ng kanyang mga amo bago masagip ng mga operatiba ng Pilipinas at Amerika.
A story hidden for 65 years.
So, Fedelina Lugasan.
This is the story of Nanay Fedelina, a Filipino woman enslaved by her employer's family for 65 years in the United States. She was brought to the US as a teenager and forced to work without pay, rest, or freedom.
The film effectively raised awareness about the prolonged abuse and trafficking experienced by Fedelina Lugasan. However, the ethical issues presented were not fully resolved, specifically in accountability, justice, and systematic failures. As it focused more on Fedelina's personal journey of survival and forgiveness, instead of addressing the broader systematic failures that made the abuse last longer and giving rightful justice for the victim. It is evident that the media only fulfilled its ethical responsibility to inform the public and humanize the victim, which aligns with Ward's of 2009 principles of ethical journalism, promoting truth, minimizing harm, and advocating for justice. However, the documentary provided limited investigation of the role of institutions or individuals who are aware of Fedelina's situation but failed to act. This lack of accountability proposes an unresolved ethical dilemma that weakens the media's potential role in challenging institutional reform.
Ito po si Tiny, siya si Luz, tsaka siya, ay kilala niyo po to? Hindi. Ayan, kumakaway sa inyo.
Ayan natin yung mga kapatid natin, lahat na patay. Tayo-tayo na lang ang buhay dalawa. Huwag ka umiyak. Ako hindi ako umiiyak. Pasalamat ako nakita tayo. Mahal na mahal kita.
Lalo na ako, mahal na mahal kita dahil ngayon ko lang kayo nakita.
The journalists face a difficult challenge: how to tell Fedelina's story truthfully without exploiting her pain or traumatizing her. They approach her with care, ensuring she gave full informed consent. After decades of suffering, she deserved to be heard with dignity. The documentary made sure Fedelina wasn't just seen as a victim, but as a survivor. Her voice was at the center, her courage, her humanity, and her strength were highlighted, not dramatized. The storytelling honored her, showing the support she received and the hope she inspired. By connecting her experience with the larger issue of modern slavery, the film helped raise awareness and spark change. Fedelina's story, told with compassion and respect, became more than just a documentary. It became a message of strength, justice, and the power of ethical storytelling.
She's so bravely spoken out about her life so that she can bring yung message sa iba pang mga kababayan na huwag kayong mga abi, and that you don't have to stay in your situation. You can reach out for help, and nandito ang PWC, nandito ang Filipino community para sumuporta. Nanay Fedelina's family now, all of us, right?
Maraming salamat sa inyong tulong sa akin.
Ngayon naging boses siya at mukha ng mga Filipino survivor dahil
Nagpasalamat ako. Nagtagumpay ako sa aking hangarin. Ngayon nakaalis na ako. Nakahinga ako ng maluwag. Ako nagtatanim ng galit. Maski anong ginawa niya, okay lang sa akin. Pinatawad ko na siya.
Nanay Fedelina, so many people here in this room love you. We will always be here po to help you and support you. Always remember that you are loved by the Filipino community. Thank you.
First and foremost, let's talk about objectivity. One of the most critical aspects of any documentary is its ability to present a balanced perspective, especially when dealing with complex social issues. Unfortunately, this documentary fell short in that regard. While it effectively portrayed the emotional and psychological experiences of both the accused, it did not offer a thorough exploration of the abuser's perspective or background. Understanding the motivations, circumstances, or even psychological profile of the other party could have added depth and nuance to the narrative. By presenting only one side of the story, the film risks reinforcing singular, potentially biased narrative rather than encouraging viewers to critically engage with the full scope of the issue. Secondly, the ethical dimension was largely overlooked. While the documentary's message was powerful and emotionally compelling, it missed the opportunity to dive deeper into the ethical complexities surrounding the issue. A well-rounded ethical analysis should go beyond just showcasing the outcome or the proposed solution. In this case, the filmmakers seemed to focus solely on inspiring hope and showcasing recovery, possibly to evoke emotional response. However, by doing so, they neglected to address the ethical responsibilities of all parties involved, such as systematic accountability, the societal implications of abuse, and the moral consequences faced by both the victim and the perpetrator. This lack of ethical exploration limits the documentary's overall impact and its potential to foster meaningful discourse among viewers.
Journalism is not just about telling the truth, it's about how we tell it. Fedelina's story reminds us that ethical reporting can empower, protect, and heal.
Ay! Tayo na! Magmuni-munit, magpakasaya.
Ba't ka ba umiiyak?
Wala.
Masaya ka, masaya ka?
Oo. Yung maligaya ako. Nagkita-kita kami pamilya at nagsama-sama rito. Kaya kayo, lumabang kayo. Huwag kayong magpaati sa mga pinagtatrabahoan nyo. Kailangan mag-ingat kayo. Huwag kayo magpaati sa mga tao na ngaati.